Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming at you with another review. Today we are talking about another sister-owned B.O.M.B. Y'all know I love bringing that information to you, trying to be conscious, put my dollars back in. And so today we are talking about Laws of Nature Cosmetics, specifically their Foxy Finish Mineral Loose Foundation. So if you are interested in hearing about this company and seeing what this powder can do, then definitely stay tuned till after the intro. Okay guys, so I first want to go ahead and give you some information about the company and its founder. I feel like this is important information to know so you can kind of understand where they're coming from, because a lot of these companies, they come in correct. Like they're coming with the point, with the story, and I love that. So here's some information about Laws of Nature Cosmetics and Miss Jasmine Rose. Okay, so I do have a demo for you guys, but it is going to be a talk through because there are a few tips I think are very important when you're using this foundation. They're like make or break. Like if you want to see what this foundation can do, then I feel like these tips are very important. So I want to talk you through it versus talking over it. But what I'll do is I'll just put up information about this specific loose foundation, like cost and things like that, up on the screen so you can have the information, but I can keep the video moving. So let's get into it. Okay guys, so we are starting with my face already moisturized, primed. I have my color corrector on and I have my concealer on, and I've said that because you definitely want to go in with all of your cream or liquid products before you go in with that powder. So because this is a powder and by the time you're done buffing it almost buffs into like a cream finish, because of that it kind of tends to dip in any nook or cranny that you might possibly have. So I'm going to speak directly towards my textured skin. So I have textured skin, I have have lines, I have wrinkles, and I also have enlarged pores, so I have a lot of nooks and crannies for this stuff to fall into. So I have to make sure I use a smoothing primer. Today I use the Smashbox purple one, the pore minimizer, but I have to make sure I use a smooth one that's going to smooth my skin, or I'm not going to like the finish of that. So keep that in mind. Brush. The one I'm using is from the polka dot set for BH Cosmetics, but as you can see it is fairly dense. It's got some movement but not a lot, and it actually has this dome kind of shape going on, but it still kind of covers a lot of area and it's still got some fluffiness to it. This is the perfect brush for this. Perfect. So I am going to do one side so that I can show you guys the comparison, but I'm still even going to break that up into another section. So I'm going to do this section first and then this section, and then I'll show you because I really feel like when you take your time and work in small sections is when you get the best looking finish ever. I'm going to speed this up a little bit for you guys, but I will say I buff and buff and buff till I cannot buff anymore. So So here is the finished product. As you guys saw, I took my time. Like, I was buffing and buffing and buffing and buffing. Like, I really took my time, and I worked in very small amounts and very small sections. So I would say for each section of my face, I probably tipped out more powder about 3 times, but it was not a lot at all. It was a very, very small amount, and I literally tapped it. I mean, you know what I mean. So I probably went back in with more powder on each side of the face 3 times, if that makes sense to you. But this is the finished look, and I think this is absolutely beautiful. What I love about this is I do feel like you could build this up to full coverage if you wanted to. You just have to take your time, and you just have to buff it in. I think you get a beautiful finish as well. Like I mentioned, though, this is just it's not a quick process. I just want to make sure I say that it's not a quick process. Not if you want to get the most natural, not if you really want to see what this product can do. I think you could easily kind of quickly put it on and it wouldn't be too bad. But if you took your time and just really work this into your skin, I think the finished look is absolutely worth it. But you're gonna have to have some time. This is whenever you get ready for date night. You got some wine, you got some music, like, this is what this is for. You definitely want to have that time to really pamper yourself and just really buff this into the skin, because again, that's when this product is really going to shine. So I'm going to go ahead and go throughout my day. Right now it is 12:58. So I'm going to come back in about 7 hours. I would love to do 8 because that's normally about the normal day for me, is about an 8 hour, but I think I'm pushing the lighting and everything, but definitely I'll try to push it to at least 7. But to me, you'll be able to understand, you'll be able to see, period, anyways. But so this is the finished look, and I will see you guys at the end of the night. Okay guys, so here is the finished look. Now we're going to use the time that I showed you after I put the foundation on. We're going to use that check-in time because it did take me a little bit to put the rest of my face on, and I was actually doing laundry and all kinds of stuff, so it's been a little bit of time, but the true time that I put the foundation on is that time that I told you earlier. So I'm going to wear this throughout the day. I've got a couple different things to do, so I'm going to be putting it to the test, and I will come back at the end of the night and tell you guys my final thoughts. Okay guys, so here I am at the end of the night. It has been a little over 8 hours. The time now is 8:33, so this has been on my face for a little bit more than 8 hours, and as you can see, your girl's a little glistening. I'm shining, I'm glistening. You can see these lights bouncing off all this oil on my face, so I am a little bit oily. To be fair, I have not blotted at all throughout the day because I really wanted you guys to see how this wore. Typically though, I would blot throughout the day with any foundation. As an oily skin diva, my main win is how long I have to go before I have to blot. The longer I can get in the day without blotting, the more I love the foundation and the more I consider it a win. So with this foundation, over the past 2 weeks, I probably have had to blot twice throughout the day, and honestly it was kind of early, so I'd say I blotted one time around 11 or 12, and then again at about 3, and then I was good till I got home. 2 blots is a little bit much for me, especially when I know there are foundations out there where I don't have to blot so often. However, I do really like this foundation, and so for me, this would be like a date night or a dinner type of foundation. Something I'd put on when I wasn't rushing, when I had plenty of time to get ready, when I was pre-gaming it up with my wine and my beer. I would definitely put it on for something like that. But I wouldn't want to wear it for something where I needed my foundation to last a long period of time without me having to worry about it. So an event or something like that, that would be out. But any type of short time, that I think would be perfect for it. I also feel that this probably be perfect for someone with a little bit more combination skin versus straight up oily like myself. I feel like if you had combination skin, this would wear a little bit better, and so you would get the biggest bang for your buck out of this. As you saw when I first put it on, the finished face, it did start out with the dewy finish, and anytime I start out with the dewy finish, I know I'm not going to get that long of a wear, and I know I'm going to have to blot pretty soon. So while I do like the dewy finish, because as an oily skin Skin Diva, every now and then your girl likes to look dewy. I do, but it's normally for short periods of time. So I do like the foundation for that, as well as the coverage, as well as the finish. Like, I love so many things about this. It's just how long it takes to put it on and the wear time are the only real cons that I have about it. So again, I feel like if you had a different skin type, or you know, if you didn't mind taking your time and you didn't mind, you weren't looking for this to stretch too far, you would absolutely love it. But just kind of keep those things in mind when you're using this particular product. But I do think the color match was absolutely beautiful, and I do think, honestly, I like the way it looks on my skin. And even though I'm this oily, there's no real separation anywhere, and there's no real nastiness going on. Your girl's just oily. And as long as it doesn't get ugly on me, I'm okay with that. Because like the Flesh foundation, that one took a terrible turn, and that one was just a no from me. Whereas this one is just one that I would keep in my arsenal. I would just be aware of its limitations, if that makes sense. So I'm definitely glad I got my hands on this. Y'all know I love supporting a sister-owned, black-owned business. Love, love, love. And again, the fact that this is coming at you with those ingredients that are good for your skin, and there's a company with the vision, I'm all about that. I'm all about that. So I hope this information helps someone else out there. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up. And while you're here on my channel, please take a look around, see what else your girl has to offer. And if you're liking what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.